Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the North Quincy War Memorial Field. I'm Dick O'Brien Jr. I'll be doing the play-by-play tonight with my father. Dick O'Brien Sr. will be doing the color. Here come the Colonials onto the field right now. It'll be the Acton-Boxborough Colonials against the North Quincy Red Raiders. Acton-Boxborough led by their three tri-captains, Jason Brady, Sam Martin, and Chris Mahaney. Dad, how do you think the season's going to look for the Colonials?
Well, Dick, we've got a real tough start here. North Quincy is certainly a strong team, and we have a very promising team, so it should be a very interesting start. Certainly, we have great expectations for the season. Already has projected we're going to have a decent 7 or 8 game win season, so I guess it's time to get that started now, huh?
As always, the first game of the season, you can't really prepare for a team except for last year's game film, so the Colonials have a tough job ahead of them tonight.
I think I was watching in the warm-ups that their quarterback, number 7, is a really interesting looking player, and I'll bet you they can put some points on the board if we give them the opportunity. Sitting out to do the coin flip.
Certainly is a beautiful night for a football game. A little bit of wind.
Is that from the south, Dick? South to north? So our light feels maybe even direct to us, so right across the field. Players are going out to the center of the field for the coin flip.
The Acton captains again, Jason Brady, Sam Martin, and Chris Mahaney. The captains for the North Quincy team, number 7, the quarterback, Liam Higgins, number 13, Pat Shea, number 45, Mark Sinclair, and number 84, Dave Reinhardt. It's a very important game for the Colonials. Basically the first game of the season, as always, will set the tone for the season, and they definitely want to get off to a good strong start.
Yeah, Dick, last year they had a real tough game with this team. This is a good strong team with a lot of depth and lots of skills, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, Acton is going to receive the kickoff, and we'll be back for the kickoff. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back deep for the Colonials to receive the kickoff will be number 33, freshman Jay Close, and number 9, senior Trey Gulledge. You'll have to bear with us for a little while here. The equipment and all the names and faces with everybody, but Acton-Boxborough again receiving the kickoff. Close and Gulledge back deep for the Colonials. Number 9, Nguyen, kicking off for North Quincy. It's a high kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line by number 32 for Acton-Boxborough, Dave D'Ambrosio. He's out to about the 35-yard line.
That's a nice start, Dick. Anytime you can get a first down on the 35-yard line, it's a good position to get the ball rolling down the field.
The backs for the Colonials to start the season. Jason Brady will be the quarterback. You're going to have Trey Gulledge as a wide out. Chris Mahaney is going to be in the backfield along with number 34, Jason Hood. Number 22, Steve Bertrand, is in on wingback. Brady gives the ball to Mahaney off to the right. Oh, he's back for a loss, back to about the 30-yard line, about a 4-yard loss.
The Red Raiders seem to be really ready for that play, Dick. They were watching that outside closely and certainly were able to step right in.
Up front for Acton, the line is anchored by number 55, tri-captain Sam Martin, and Ryan Messina, number 77, the tackle. Very experienced offensive line. They should expect some big things. Brady calling the signals right now. He's rolling out to his left, and he's going to be sacked. It's a loose ball. North Quincy ball, it looks like, on the 15-yard line.
Red Raiders are really fired up right now, and they've gained themselves an advantage. That's a turnover they might be able to take advantage of. We'll see how tough we are now.
The Acton defense is going to find out right now exactly where they stand. Defensively, again, Sam Martin at the linebacker position with Chris O'Brien, and Jason Brady will be a cornerback, number 22. Steve Bertrand at the corner. We have a timeout on the field. Coach Maver called the timeout. It's going to be first down for Quincy, North Quincy on the 15-yard line.
Second, 2, go.
Here we are, North Quincy first down on the Acton Boxborough 15-yard line. The quarterback for North Quincy, again, Liam Higgins, big strong arms quarterback. One back for North Quincy. They're going to go right up to the right side. A gain of about 3 yards. A tackle is made by number 34 for Acton Boxborough, Jason Hood, and number 44, Adam Kenny. Again, you're going to have to bear with us as we get used to the names here for about a quarter and a half or so.
Dick, the cheerleaders are just arriving. I guess the traffic out on the Central Artery and the Expressway must be really tough for everybody. The fans are just starting to fall into the stadium.
Higgins again in a one-back formation. It's going to be a sweep to the right. He has running room. Gang tackle by Acton at about the 6 or 7 yard line. Number 15, Andy Butler, led the Acton charge. It's going to be a first down for North Quincy on about the 6 yard line. Or third down, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 from the 6. Double tight end formation for North Quincy Red Raiders. One back, Higgins right up the middle. Touchdown North Quincy. Oh, it looks like the Acton Boxborough stopped him on the 1 yard line.
That wasn't much secret.
The Acton pit crew is as follows: Ryan Messina, Armando Ramos, and number 78, Paul Sweeney, the big defensive tackle. It's a goal line stand for Acton. Again, North Quincy using double tight ends. Again, right up the middle. Touchdown North Quincy, number 45, Mark Sinclair, the captain, co-captain.
Well, that's unfortunate, Dick. That started us off a little bit behind the 8 ball here, but I'm sure it's a good experience. It'll give us all the incentive in the world here now as we try to prevent the extra point and also to get back into the game here.
Kicking the extra point for North Quincy again be the quarterback, Liam Higgins. A snap, good snap. The kick is blocked by Acton Boxborough.
It was blocked. That was a beautiful play.
Chris Mahaney got his hand on that one to deflect it. and we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment.
I think we can move the ball. We just got to. They're going to take away the power.
Okay, North Quincy kicking off again. A real quick touchdown for the Red Raiders. Back deep for Acton will be Jay Close and Trey Gullidge. Everybody sure like to see the ball get into Jay Close's hands. See his explosive speed, and Trey Gullidge can do the exact same thing. It's going to be a short kick. Close picks it up at his own 15-yard line. He's coming right up the middle. He gets out to about the 34-yard line where he is clotheslined by a Red Raider.
Nice run. Again, we're good field position and an opportunity to really get down the field. Hopefully now we can play our game and get things rolling in the right direction. The Red Raiders, you have to give them credit. They took advantage of an opportunity, and they certainly have the offensive skills. We can see that. It's our chance now, and let's show them what we've got.
Jay Close is going to be in the game right now for number 22, Steve Bertrand. Backfield will have number 34, Jason Hood, and Chris Mahaney. Close in motion as a wingback. Brady's going to run the option. He's going to keep it around the left side. He's got running room. Jason Brady down the sidelines. He's knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line of North Quincy. A great run for the Colonials. Brady kept the ball perfect, ran the option beautifully.
On the setback side, the end's going to, play it right on the line of scrimmage. But defensive end.
The referee is now spotting the ball on the 50-yard line, saying Brady went out of bounds on the 50. It's just unfortunate for Acton. They had to have a turnover so early in the game.
It's just opening game jitters, Dick. I think they're settling down now. It looks like they're really starting to play their game.
Same backfield, Close again in motion. Brady gives to Mahaney off the right side. A nice gain up to about the 46-yard line, a gain of about 4 good yards.
You know, Dick, when those plays work, it's because of the faking in the backfield, too. And there's really some nice handling and some nice running. It looks like people are following their blocks, and that's really going to pay off.
Yeah, the Acton offensive line, again, experienced. Paul Sweeney, Ryan Messina, Sam Martin. All experienced veterans up front in the pit. The backfield now, Jay Close, number 33, and number 34, Jason Hood. Number 22, Steve Bertrand in motion as a wingback. Brady's back to pass. He's got a man wide up. Jay Close down to the 30-yard line of North Quincy. A great, beautifully executed play from Brady to Close.
Dick, they're really mixing up their plays nicely right now. It seems like they've got North Quincy really on their heels and not sure what they're going to see.
First down for the Colonials at the North Quincy Red Raider 30-yard line. Again up front, I failed to mention number 51 at the guard, Ken Canfield. I'm trying to get the other guard's number. Brady gives the ball to Mahaney. He gains about a yard or two off to the left side with a flag down on the play. Number 67, Seth Jacoby, is the other guard. All in all, the Acton offensive line right now is just showing what they are capable of doing as they're moving the ball downfield.
Dick, I was watching the wide receiver that time, Andy Butler, and if he continues to fill his lanes the way he is, he's going to find himself open here as we go along.
Good.
Offside call against North Quincy, a free pay for the Colonials. It's going to be first down and 5. Brady calling out the signals. He gives it right up the middle to Jason Hood, who doesn't find much. Maybe a gain of 1.
But it's a good sign, Dick, that he kept pressing. He didn't stop when he was first hit. He kept moving, kept his legs moving, and off a couple extra yards there.
Jason Brady, a very different quarterback than Ryan Kane. Kane was more of a straight drop back passer, while Brady is very versatile. He can throw the ball as well as he can run the ball. Colonials in an I formation with Hood as the fullback, Jay Close as the tailback. Chris Mahaney in motion. Brady runs the option. He got caught up, but he breaks a tackle. Oh, shoestring North Quincy tackle at the 15-yard line. Brady was just about had a touchdown. First down for the Colonials on the 14-yard line of North Quincy.
I think that's another example of everybody doing their job. The quarterback faking and then retaining the ball and looking for openings, and he got them. He's a good, strong, scrambling runner, and so when he gets an option, or when he gets an opening, he can take care of that.
Same formation for the Colonials, the I, with Jason Hood in front of Jay Close. Number 22, Steve Bertrand in motion to give us to Close at the tail. He gained maybe a yard. The North Quincy defense pretty tough up the middle.
They tried to give him a little running start there in the I formation, Dick, but I guess everybody was just jammed up in the center and he couldn't get through. You could see the crowd just arriving, Dick, all from Acton. All of them been on the highway all this time. It's been real brutal traffic tonight.
Adam Kenny in the backfield now. He's going to get the ball off. Adam Kenny right up the right of the left side. Gets to about the 7-yard line. A big Acton. Looking at about a third down, about 2 yards to go.
That was a good, strong run for Adam, Dick. He carried a few people there with him, and he kept plugging. And that's the kind of player that Adam Kenny is. He'll give you a lot for his heart, with his heart.
Kenny and Mahaney in the backfield for Acton. Number 22, Steve Bertrand, is the wing. The give is going to be to Kenny. He's stuffed. A big loss for Acton. A loss of about 7 yards. It's going to be 4th down for Acton, depending on where the spot is. Actually, the way the ref spotted it, looks like he's not going to be about a loss of 1 yard. Acton Boxborough calls a timeout, and we'll be right back.
Now, just keep in mind that when we threw puck pass, backside people came like crazy. When we ran puck pass, backside came like crazy. All right? So,
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of this first quarter, not a timeout. Sorry about the misinterpretation of the stoppage in play. Acton Boxborough was faced with a 4th down and 3 on about the 8-yard line of North Quincy. Jason Brady's in the game. It looks like they're going to go for it. They are. Adam Kenny, the fullback. Chris Mahaney in the back is the tail. Brady calls out the signals to give us to Mahaney. Oh, he keeps the ball. Brady running a beautiful fake. He's got the broom. Ooh, it's going to be close. He went out of bounds about the 5-yard line. Acton needs a good spot here.
Oh. Looks like they didn't give him a spot.
Jason Brady, the victim of a poor spot by the, obviously, home team officials here at North Quincy.
That was good strategy, though, on the part of Acton, Dick. It's good, sound football. Even though they didn't make it, on the 5-yard line, and if they're able to hold on to him, heck, they're going to have another opportunity with good field position, if not something else that might be very positive. So looks good.
Liam Higgins with an I formation behind him. They're going to run right to the right side. Oh, big play on defense by Acton. Number 73, Armando Ramos with a big stop. Adam Kenny lending in a helping hand.
You know, that wrestling training that Armando keeps emphasizing is really starting to pay off. He grabs those guys, moves them around.
An offsides call against the Red Raiders. The defensive backs for the Colonials go number 9, Trey Gullidge, number 40, Michael Dean, number 15, Andy Butler, Jason Brady, number 4, Kenny, Sam Martin, and Chris O'Brien are the linebackers right now. 2nd and 11 for the Red Raiders. Higgins is going to pass out of his own end zone. The ball's in the air. Oh, completion to number 3, out to about the 32-yard line. A big game. Beautifully executed play.
The Red Raider quarterback showed a lot of patience, Dick. He waited and waited until he got what he wanted, and that's great. If you give the guy enough time, he's certainly going to be able to put it in there. He showed that.
Yeah, he's got a really strong arm. First and 10 from about the 33-yard line for the Red Raiders. Higgins with one-man backfield. He's going to pass. Oh, Armando Ramos right there. Number 34, Jason Hood right there. Slew of Colonials. Steve Bertrand also went on the tackle. It's going to be a loss of yardage for the Red Raiders.
That was a good play for our linemen. They're taking advantage of their opportunities, and that's a good sign that they'll develop as the season comes along here now. When they see these chances and they take advantage of them, they get confidence.
Higgins with a 2nd and 16. Double tight end formation for the Red Raiders with the one back. He's back to pass. The ball is up. Oh, incomplete pass. Number 8 for North Quincy. Brian Raftery, right off the fingertips. He was open in the flat to the right side. So it'll be 3rd and 16 for the Red Raiders. Some first quarter statistics for you. Time of possession favored the Acton-Boxborough Colonials, 5:18 to 2:07. Total yards gained also favoring Acton. Acton had 39 yards compared to the Red Raiders 15. They also ran 14 plays to the Red Raiders 4. Liam Higgins calling out the signals. Double tight. He's back to pass again. They're going to go to the air a lot. Oh, he's got a man open in the middle, number 13. Big game for the Red Raiders. They might have picked up the 16 yards they needed. And they did, and then some. Really throw the ball.
Yeah, and we seem to be playing a kind of a zone defense, and he got right in the middle of the zone defenders and was able to stay open. And of course, you have to give credit to the Quincy quarterback. He picked him out and placed it right in his hands. It was a good pass.
North Quincy seems to be using a double tight one back offense. Very effectively so far at that.
Well, what it does, Dick, is it gives more guys a chance to get out in the flanks and out in the open in the secondary on in Acton secondaries.
A handoff up the middle. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards for the North Quincy Red Raiders. Jason Brady and Sam Martin on the tackle. Sam Martin calling the defensive signals for Acton-Boxborough. Second down and 6 from the 46-yard line of Acton. Higgins, they're going to run to the right side. And a big gain. Chris Mahaney with another shoestring tackle to save a large gain from an even larger gain. It's going to be a first down for North Quincy at about the 34-yard line of Acton-Boxborough.
That was a nice tackle, Dick, by Jason Hood. He caught him right by the ankles, and he's a slippery runner.
First and 10 from the 34 of Acton-Boxborough. Higgins calling out the signals. It's going to be an offsides against the North Quincy Red Raiders, but they ran a pitch to the left. I'd have to say that that play's definitely coming back. Craig Gothy just came into the game for the Colonials. As the referees march off the penalty to North Quincy, an offsides call. It'll be first and 15 from the Acton-Boxborough 39-yard line. Higgins is going to pass. Incomplete. Great coverage on the play by number 35, Mahaney. Higgins was pressured a little bit there. Armando Ramos causing some havoc up the middle. Jason Hood also doing a good job rushing the passer. In trips formation, 3 wide receivers over to the right side. Back to pass is Higgins. Ball is up, incomplete. Higgins was looking for number 13, Pat Shea, who was covered by Chris O'Brien.
That's a tough formation, Dick, because they spread players out across the field, and they signal or they act as though they're signaling, say, a play to the right with 3 wide receivers to the right, but then they come left. You don't know which way they're going to go, so it's tricky. You have to be careful with that one. It's
North Quincy called a timeout. They'll come back with 3rd and 15. Acton-Boxborough defense toughening up. It'll be 3rd and 15. Raiders from the Acton-Boxborough 39.
Looks like they're going to go with a full backfield this time, Dick.
2 wing backs, a tailback, 2 tight ends. Wing back in motion. Higgins is going to pass. Oh! A big hit by Mahaney stunned him, and Acton-Boxborough with a big timely sack. Number 58. Rico Hernandez in on it. Mahaney. Ramos. We have an Acton-Boxborough player down on the field. Mahaney read that perfectly. Stayed at home. He read it perfectly. He popped Higgins.
You know, he held his position, Dick. It's a real telltale mark of a defensive end. If he can stay in his position, go straight in, and not be suckered in by some of the fakes and moves.
Mahaney a little bit stunned on the play from the pop he threw at the quarterback. He comes out. He's a tough kid. He'll be right back in there. Red Raiders with a 4th and 23 are going to punt back deep for Acton. It'll be Jason Brady Chris O'Brien right in front of him. John Bassett runs on the field as a late addition. The quarterback's doing the punting too. He does the kicking, the punting.
He's a very talented player, Dick. He really is.
Kicks from his own 45-yard line. It's a big kick. Brady takes that at about his 15. There he goes. Oof. He's met at the 25 by 2 Red Raiders. Jason Brady just as versatile as Liam Higgins is for North Quincy.
The Red Raiders got some possession time in there to start this second quarter. Our turn to try to reverse that and get a drive running here and try to get something on the board. We're certainly in the game. It's certainly a very competitive game, but because the Red Raiders took advantage of that first miscue early in the game, they're lucky enough to have 6 points. But clearly, it's an even game.
Brady with Close and Hood in the backfield. Bertrand, the wingback. He's back to pass. He's going to put it up. He's got a man, number 9. Oh! Trey Gulledge can't hold on to the ball. Beautiful thrown ball by Jason Brady.
It's a shame he didn't get that one. It did drop right through his hands. But a nice try, and he got free, and he didn't stop. When his defender gave him a little trouble, he kept going, so he got himself free.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Colonials at their own 25-yard line. Number 15, Andy Butler, is the wideout for Acton. Bertrand in motion. Uh-oh, loose ball, recovered by North Quincy. Brady was trying to pitch it to Steve Bertrand. The ball didn't get there. North Quincy's recovering the ball. Great field position. Acton Boxborough's got to cut down on those turnovers.
Well, North Quincy forced that one. It was a real strong play on their part. So you got to give their defense some credit there.
4:25 left in the second quarter. North Quincy knocking on the Acton Boxborough door. They got the ball at about the Acton Boxborough 17-yard line. We're going to have a timeout called by Acton Boxborough with 4:25 left. Acton Boxborough defense forced into another tough situation. It'll be tough to go into the locker room with a 12-point deficit. North Quincy this time using an I formation for the first time today. Higgins is going to pitch the ball to his tailback. He goes to the right side. Armando Ramos hustling downfield to make the tackle. Chris O'Brien also went on the tackle. Ramos is playing a good game.
He's playing an excellent game, Dick. He's holding his position. He's being aggressive. He's crossing the line of scrimmage, and he's looking for opportunities. It's more than you can ask.
Again, the I formation for North Quincy. Higgins this time gives the tailback, who's going to go up the middle. Ooh, stuffed in the backfield, but he got loose. Mahaney finally makes the tackle. Held him at about the line of scrimmage. Number 62 for Acton, Chris Price, had a good grip on him in the backfield, but the back seemed to get loose. Mahaney was right there to make the play.
You got a 3rd and short this time, Dick. It's going to be tough for Acton. They're going to take another timeout and talk about it here.
North Quincy calls the timeout there as they want to ponder what to do in the situation. We'll be right back. Acton Boxborough defense has to hold them right now. 3rd and 2 for the Red Raiders from the Acton 10-yard line, it looks like.
This game is just flying by, Dick. There's only 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, and we've seen all kinds of action, and now we've got the Red Raiders knocking on the door again.
That would be a good time for the Acton-Boxborough pit crew to make a big stick in the backfield. Ryan Messina, Armando Ramos, Paul Sweeney. Oh, we get on offsides. That one's going against the Red Raiders.
Were they drawn off, or did they cross the line without? I guess it's against.
I called it wrong. That hurts.
We sure know how to put ourselves in a tough position, don't we?
That one hurts. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Red Raiders from the 5-yard line. High formation backfield.
No one's out there. No one's out there. No one's out there.
Lee Higgins calls a timeout.
That's a break.
We'll be right back. Still 3 minutes and 15 seconds left after the penalty. Again, it'll be 1st and 5 for the Red Raiders at the Acton-Boxborough 5. Two receivers for the Red Raiders off to the right with an I formation backfield. Higgins is going to come to the left. Oh, big hit. Sam Martin there. Chris Mahaney was there. Armando Ramos was there.
Sammy Martin too, Dick.
Craig Gothy's coming in for number 22, Steve Bertrand, at the plugger position. That was a big play. No gain at all for the Red Raiders on that one. Again, a twins formation. One back behind Liam Higgins. Actually, loss of 1 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 6. Higgins is rolling to the right. He's got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown, North Quincy.
Well, North Quincy's doing all the right things, Dick. They're taking advantage of these opportunities that we're giving them, and they're certainly capitalizing. That was a real tough spot for us to be in, for our defense to be in, and I thought we played well, but North Quincy is taking advantage, and they do have a strong team, just as we do. Their skilled players are doing the job. That was nice pass play, good catch, and well run.
The Red Raiders are going to go for 2 here. Again, they have the same formation as last time. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 back in the backfield. This time they're going to run to the left, and it's good. So 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. Acton-Boxborough finds itself in a hole. They're down 14-0. And they sure don't want to go into the locker room down by this many points. They're going to have to march right downfield and get a quick touchdown here. Jay Close and Trey Gullidge again back deep for Acton-Boxborough. In the end, kicking off for the Red Raiders. Here's the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 30-yard line by number 32, Dave D'Ambrosio. He gets it up to about the 34. Still decent field position for Acton to start their offense.
This is the traditional 2-minute offense. Hopefully we can take advantage of that time and see if we can get back on the board, get on the board.
Acton will have a 1st and 10 from their own 34. High formation with Hood and Mahaney. Mahaney as the tailback. Brady's going to pass. He had plenty of time. Completion to number 15, Andy Butler. Brady took a hit after he got the pass off, but he did have enough time to get the ball up in the air. Great catch by Andy Butler. Acton Boxborough 1st down. They're up to about midfield, about the 49-yard line.
What was even better about that, Dick, is it was a down and out, and he got out of bounds. So he stopped the clock, and we're still in good shape with 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
Same formation except to the right side this time. 2 wide receivers. Brady's got men on him. He's running the ball. He's across the line of scrimmage. Oh, that's a big gain. Big block by number 15, Andy Butler, to free Jason Brady for about 3 or 4 more yards.
That was a beautiful play. Andy came back and to help his teammate, and that was a beautiful block he threw.
You got to love to see a wide receiver come back and make a hit like that.
Got us out of bounds, too, again, Dick.
Sure, it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the Red Raider 43-yard line. Brady's got speed when he gets to the outside. He can really move. Butler and Gulledge go to the right. Hood and Mahaney in the backfield. Gothy the tight end. They're going to go right up the middle with Jason Hood. Oh, ball, I'm sorry. Looks like he got the 1st down. It is a 1st down for Acton. The clock's rolling, 1 minute and 53 seconds left. Acton's got the ball at the North Quincy 40-yard line.
Well, North Quincy gave us a little hand there, calling a timeout. That's helpful, and certainly going to help us get our act together here and continue what we're doing already. This is a real nice drive.
Okay, 1 minute and 44 seconds left for Acton to punch it in. They got the ball still at the North Quincy 40-yard line. This is a pick drive, as you mentioned.
Colonials are doing a great job using the clock, Dick. They've really gone a good portion, 50% of the field, with only about 20 seconds.
Jay Close in the backfield replacing Chris Mahaney. Brady's going to give the ball to Close up the middle. Ooh, he's met by the North Quincy defensive lineman. No gain on the play. The clock is still running. Acton Boxborough going with the no huddle. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 from the 40. Brady's back to pass. He's got the time. The ball's up in the air. He's got a man wide open, number 9. Touchdown, Acton Boxborough. Trey Gulledge on a beautiful pass from Jason Brady. Beautiful, beautiful play. The left Brady, just enough time to get the pass off. He threw up a perfect pass. Beautiful play. A little shift in the momentum here. We get 14-6 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. It looks like Jason Brady's going to take care of the extra point. It's just a match of quarterbacks and how versatile they are. Number 15, Andy Butler, will hold the ball. Snap is good. Butler with the hold. The kick is good. Acton Boxborough right back in it. Scores 14-7 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, and we'll be right back. Acton Boxborough right back in the game again. 14-7 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. That drive 66 yards for Acton in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Beautifully executed drive. Beautiful. Number 40, Michael Dean, will do the kicking chores for Acton. Oh, it's a wobbly kick taken at the 25-yard line by North Quincy, big number 80. Fumble on the play. Oh, the referees are going to call him down. Number 45, Greg Hayes, and number 73, Armando Ramos, again on the tackle. That kid's all over the field.
That young man from North Quincy was so excited. He just couldn't hold out of that ball. He wasn't get that kickoff, of course. It was short, and when he grabbed it, he finally got hit. Boy, he thought he was it was all over, but we were still clamoring for that ball, and it did get out of his hands. But the officials ruled that it was after his knees had touched the ground.
Colonials definitely do not want to give up any points with the remaining 1 minute and 9 seconds in this first half. Shotgun formation for the North Quincy. Higgins takes 2 steps back. He's going to the right side. He's got a man, number 3, right out of bounds. Boy, this is a potent offense.
You know, Dick, both of these teams can really move the ball, and they've got enough skilled talent in their backfields to do almost anything. This is a very exciting game.
First down for the Red Raiders. They'll have the ball at their own 45-yard line. Acton Boxborough with 5 defensive backs in the game right now. Higgins is going to run from the shotgun. Flag on the play. Acton Boxborough players pointing towards the North Quincy line. And it is against the Red Raider offense. Good break for Acton, and it'll be 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line.
These little penalties aren't a big deal, though, when you got to go the length of the field in 1 minute and 2 seconds. So we'll see how they handle this.
Higgins back to pass. He's going to the right side again, number 3. Oh, beautiful catch right on the out of bounds line. That's going to stop the clock. They're going to run without the huddle, North Quincy. This is like a Willie Hicks orientated offense.
Yeah,
the old Concord Carlisle teams.
Good news about that last play was he didn't get out of bounds.
Okay, the clock's running, 34 seconds left. Higgins back to pass. Oh, he's got pressure. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to run, and he has room. Chased out of bounds by Chris O'Brien at about the Acton Boxborough 40-yard line. Higgins could feel the pressure, and he stepped right up out of the pocket. He got out of bounds with 28 seconds left.
But he spent a lot of time running, and that's helpful to us. And now there are only 28 seconds, so he's got to do something good here.
Jason Hood comes in for number 58, Rico Hernandez, who was applying some serious pressure on the quarterback on that last play. Higgins takes 2 steps back. He's coming to the left this time. Ooh, big hit. Intercepted by number 55, Sam Martin. He's rumbling down the right side of the field. Tackled at the Acton Boxborough 30-yard line. Big play, big play. Sam Martin rumbling for 30 yards on the interception after it was deflected by the Acton Boxborough defensive back. Sam right there to take the ball and ramble. Acton has to get some points on again with 16 seconds left in the half. Big play. Turnovers are the key to this game so far.
I think it's not so much the turnovers, but the excitement that these skilled players have on both sides. They're handling the ball well and they're playing well. And yeah, they are making some mistakes, but they're taking risk. It's exciting.
Acton-Boxborough with a great chance here to tie the game. Coach Maver with his team on the sidelines. Sam Martin really got rumbling there down the sidelines. He looked like a fullback.
It'll be interesting to see how we handle this, Dick, because really, you know, from a conservative point, back in the game, and we don't want to give these guys a chance to run the length of the field. So what we do, we're going to have to be very careful with. Certainly be nice to score a touchdown, but it certainly wouldn't be very good to give one up. So we've got to be careful with this one.
Gothy at the tight end, Butler and Gullidge off to the left. Close and Hood are the running backs. You're going to keep it on the ground. Up the middle to Jay Close. He's got running room. Down the right side, he's dragged down at about the 15-yard line of North Quincy. Great play for Acton. As they call a timeout with 9 seconds left to stop the clock, they kept it on the ground successfully.
That was a great call by the coaching staff, Dick, and Jay had a nice run.
He's got explosive speed when he hits the hole. Acton has 9 seconds from the 15-yard line to punch it in. This time Acton's going to use an I formation with Hood in front of Adam Kenny, 2 wide receivers to the left. Brady's going to pass it. Touchdown Acton-Boxborough, number 9, Trey Gullidge. Beautiful play. He came over the middle. Brady put the ball right in his hands. Acton is right back in this game. Big shift of momentum with that. Great play. The line gave him plenty of time to step back and throw the pass.
That was really an
Sam
exciting
Martin,
play.
Seth Jacoby, Ryan Messina, Rico Hernandez. Those guys are playing a great game. Again, Butler with the hold. Oh, a bad snap. It's over his head. Jason Brady goes back to chase it down. He just dives on the ball. Smart play by Jason Brady. Chris O'Brien with a poor snap. That could prove costly in the second half. Second half, and they have 2 touchdowns out of it. So with 3 seconds left, the score is 14-13. North Quincy Red Raiders in the lead. Number 40, Michael Dean. Looks like Acton's gonna do a little onside kick here. Dean does. North Quincy gets the ball on their own 45-yard line with 1 second left in the half. Acton with 4, 5, 6 D-backs in right now to protect against the long bomb. Liam Higgins will run the shotgun again with 1 play left in the half. Snap is back. A 3-man rush from the Colonials. He's going to air it out. There it goes. What a throw. Almost picked off. That'll do it in that first half. We leave you with the score. Acton Boxborough down by 1, 14-13. great halftime show here by the Acton-Boxborough Colonial Marching Band. Now the cheerleaders are out on the field, and I have their names. I'd like to introduce them, not necessarily. We have Candace Bartlett, Missy Bowden, Bianca D'Ambrosio, Kristen Douglas, Debbie Durkin, Colleen Fenton, Carol Gawler, Camillette Gorman, Kathy Hosmer, Emily Kleinman, Laura Quosminant, Hani Marks, Michelle Maida, Amy Palmers, Cindy Rush, Heather Russell, Jen Ciprell, Meg Streff, Amanda Zaros. And that'll do it. The captains for the varsity cheerleaders are Bianca D'Ambrosio, Laura Quosmanen, and Heather Russell. We have some first half totals here for you. We have 14-13 Red Raider lead over Acton-Boxborough. Couldn't have called a closer game if we wanted to. The time of possession, North Quincy, 10 minutes and 35 seconds to Acton's 9 minutes. Total yards, Acton had a little advantage there, 129 to North Quincy's 74. But the plays, 26 plays for Acton, 29 for Quincy. This game is even all the way down the line.
Dick, I thought we had some advantages, though. I thought that we actually gave them their 2 touchdowns on miscues that we made, and I thought we created the opportunities for ourselves. So I think we really have some initiative going here, and even though we're down by 1 point, we're certainly taking the game to the Red Raiders.
Acton-Boxborough will kick off to start the second half. Michael Dean with the kick. He's a big kid, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's listed. Michael Dean gets the whistle for the kick, and the second half is underway. A nice kick. Whoa! Quincy's going to get the ball at their own 5. He slips. He's going to come straight up the middle. Oh! Craig Gothy beats him at the 20-yard line with a big stick. Craig Gothy playing the end, flew downfield. A big hit. Great way to start the second half for Acton.
Offside, called offside. We were. The guy right next to him on the far side.
It looks like this kickoff could be coming back. Acton may have to re-kick. Obviously a penalty, a 5-yard penalty on the Colonials. Hopefully Derek Gothy can duplicate his last performance. I'm sorry, not Derek Gothy, Craig Gothy. Michael Dean will try it again, this time from his own 30-yard line, or 35 instead of the customary 40. Gives it another good boot. A line drive kick fielded at the 15-yard line. North Quincy's going to bring it up to the right. Chris Walsh with a big stick right there. Chris Walsh in on the tackle. Jason Hood and number 41, Josh Nazarian. So North Quincy will start 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 33-yard line. I formation for the Red Raiders. They're going to come right up the right side. Left side, they got room. Running back is broken free. He's crossed midfield. He's at the 40-yard line. Taken out of bounds at the Acton Boxborough 35 by number 15, Andy Butler. A touchdown-saving tackle. A huge gain for the Red Raiders. The fans are screaming for a clipping call to no avail. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Acton Boxborough 35. Same formation, two wide receivers, each split to the side. Right up the middle again to the other side to the right. Jason Brady and Chris Mahaney, or Sam Martin with the tackle.
It was a nice tackle right at the ankles. Sammy really got him.
Nonetheless, a big gain for the Red Raiders. It'll be 2nd down. The referees have called a timeout. We'll be right back. Ball's on the Acton Boxborough 33-yard line. Chain game's having a little problem down there. It's a beautiful night for a football game, though. There's no doubt about that. There we go. Clock's running with 9:22 left. 2nd down and 4 from the Acton Boxborough 3. Again, the I formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. Liam Higgins with the cadence. Oh, it's a crossbuck type play to the left. He's got running room, number 41. Chris Mahaney and Trey Gullidge with a tackle after a big gain, 1st down. North Quincy seems to be marching right down the field.
That was a nice job of misdirection. The Red Raiders are running their plays very nicely.
Craig Gothy replaces Chris Mahaney on the right plugger position. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at the Acton Boxborough 15-yard line. High-powered offense is out on the field tonight. Sam Martin. Sam Martin is big play, no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down, maybe 9.
But I think he's got a wide side of the field, come in motion.
Mahaney replaces Steve Bertrand on the field. Sam Martin at that inside linebacker position. He and Adam Kenny holding the fort. Again, the I formation with 2 wide receivers split to the right. Oh, we got him offsides. It looks like it's going to go against Acton. Paul Sweeney jumped off sides. It's a tough penalty this deep in their own end. Instead of 2nd and 10, it's now 2nd and 5 from the Acton Boxborough 10-yard line.
He's got a square out all day.
Higgins is back to pass. Plenty of time. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, North Quincy. Nice catch. Decent coverage by Acton Boxborough. Just a superb effort by the North Quincy wide receiver, number 3, Dan Duncan. So Acton finds themselves behind the 8 ball again. North Quincy with a quick score. Only 2.5 minutes gone off the clock. It'll be Liam Higgins to kick the extra point for North Quincy. The snap is good. And so is the kick. Score is now 21-13. We'll be right back. So with 7:17 left in the third quarter, Acton Boxborough ready to receive the kickoff. Again, Jay Close and Trey Gullich, two speedsters back deep for the Colonials. If only the kicker can get them the ball. Well, we have some type of stoppage in play. Looks like there's a player down for North Quincy over by the sidelines, over by his own bench. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. North Quincy player, I don't know what, a possible leg cramp or something. So we'll try it again this time. Again, Close and Gullich back deep for the Colonials. Here comes the kick. Uh-oh, up. Trey Gullich gets the ball at about his 20-yard line. He's bringing it way right. He gets it up to about the 27. Not much you could do there after a tip ball. So Acton will have their 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line with 7 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third quarter.
When Trey stretches out, he really can run. He's got nice long legs and a nice style and a nice gait. He really can take on almost anybody out there.
Mahaney and Hood in the backfield. Steve Bertrand is your wing back. Brady gives it to Hood for a gain of maybe a yard. Looks like a little mix-up between the quarterback and the running back on the handoff there. So it'll be second and about 8 yards. I formation this time. Steve Bertrand, the tailback, with Jason Hood in front of him. Mahaney goes in motion. Brady gives the ball to Steve Bertrand. A nice game for Acton. Bertrand takes it around the right side, the left side, excuse me. He gets out of bounds right near the first down marker. So Acton Boxborough will have 3rd and short.
Dick, he came around that corner and he picked out that red marker and he was headed for it, and he would have made it if he hadn't been knocked out of bounds there at the last second. Nice little run.
So it's 3rd and 1 for Acton at their own 37-yard line. I formation again. Steve Bertrand again, the tailback. Mahaney goes in motion. Brady keeps the ball himself, and he gets nothing. North Quincy plugged up the middle on that one.
I think they got his forward motion, though, Dick.
Acton Boxborough sends their punt team in.
I thought that they had his forward motion, but I guess they didn't mark it there.
Brady does the punting. He does the kicking. He's the quarterback. It's a good athlete back there. He gets off the kick. Good kick. Taken at the 34-yard line by North Quincy. Oh, Jesus. Tough runner, finally taken down. He gained about a yard and then got dropped back by a slew of Colonial tacklers.
That Red Raider performed a real tough play there because he kept the ball apparently off the ground, and so he didn't down it. He was able to get at least a chance to try to run it back, but he was covered by a host of Acton-Boxborough players.
Colonials can simply not afford to give up. 5:26 left in the third quarter. They need a big stand from the defense right now. I formation for the Red Raiders of North Quincy. Higgins calls out the signals. He's going to give it to the tailback up the middle. Big stop. Sam Martin again. Yeah, he's playing a great game.
He's holding his ground there in the middle of the line, and he's not letting anybody take anything from him. And also, he's being aggressive enough so that when they aren't coming at him, he's able to take the steps right or left that are necessary to get his hands on people that are slanting off the guard and tackle spots.
Maybe a yard on that play. The clock shows 2nd and 10. Four minutes and 47 seconds left. Ooh, Acton-Boxborough number 2. Chris Price with a big play. Big play, a loss of yardage for the North Quincy Red Raiders. A big play by Acton-Boxborough, and especially Chris Price.
That was real anticipation, Dick. He saw an opportunity, acted quickly, very quickly, and was able to really make a great stop. Hopefully practice teaches you to do those kinds of reactions on the spot. That's what practice is really all about.
A loss of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 33-yard line of North Quincy. Higgins is going to pass. Ooh, right through the hands of number 15, Andy Butler. Almost an interception. The Acton-Boxborough defense plays it tough, and now they're going to get the ball back for the offense. Jason Brady's back deep to take the punt. Dave D'Ambrosio comes on the field to replace number 15, Andy Butler. Brady back deep, Chris O'Brien halfway between him and the line. Higgins the punter. He gets off a high kick. Brady's going to take it at about his 30-yard line. Here he comes, Jason Brady breaking tackles, gets up to about the 39, a decent return, and Acton has good field position once again.
But you know, Dick, the Red Raiders played that very well. Their ends came straight down and boxed him in, and he had to go up the middle. He didn't have a chance to go wide, which is really where he might outrun them. And so they did their job. That's a real good play.
So minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Acton's going to get another chance here. Jay Close replaces Steve Bertrand. Mahaney and Adam Kenny are the running backs. Close to the wing back. Close is in motion. Brady's going to keep the ball. He gets around the corner. He's got running room and out of bounds at about the 47, 48-yard line. Jason Brady.
Boy, it's really hard to teach that. You know, that's real natural ability, and Jason really has a lot of that. He was able to keep his head there and make his turn when he wanted to and hold on to the ball. That's real heads-up football, and that's what we're going to be able to take advantage of this year with Jason at quarterback. As he rolls wide, he's very dangerous.
The referee's going to measure where the ball is. Looked like he had the first down. The chain game. Brady just missed the first down by about an inch. A couple of fans are disagreeing with that call on the spot. So Acton will have a 2nd and 1 here. A very, very short one, about an inch and a half. Adam Kenny and Jay Close in the backfield. Chris Mahaney in motion.
Nice.
Acton gets the first down. Adam Kenny right up the middle.
Quick opener is really a sharp play, and it gets them the extra yard. And now they got some chances on a first down to open up the field and do what they want to do.
So Acton has a first down at the Red Raider 48-yard line. Mahaney and Adam Kenny in the backfield. Brady's going to pass. He steps back. A completion. Trey Gullidge catches the ball. The referees are going to call him down at the 24-yard line. What a great catch by Trey Gullidge. Simply outleaped the defensive back. He can really jump.
I'll tell you, he's come a long way in terms of catching the ball. He was so gangly and so awkward when he first came out for football that he was even nervous himself when the ball came his way. But look what he's doing with that thing now. He doesn't miss. And you got to give Jason Brady a little bit of credit, too. He put it right in his arms.
So Acton has a first down at the Red Raider 24, 23-yard line. Brady again back to pass. He's got a man behind him. He's going to get sacked. A loss of about 5 yards on the play. And bring Acton back to their own 30-yard line. He just got caught from behind.
That play seemed to be setting up pretty well, too, Dick. If he hadn't been caught from behind, I think he might have had an opportunity to do some things down the sideline here. But everybody's got to be in the right place at the right time for a football play to execute, and certainly there were flaws there.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Colonials at the Red Raider 29-yard line. A loss of 5 on that play. Jay Close gets the pitch from Brady over to the right side. He's got running room. He's broken it. Jay Close. He'll have a first down and a little bit more. He gets out of bounds with 1 minute and 21 seconds left. He got to about the 11-yard line. We'll say the 13-yard line of the North Quincy Red Raiders. He took the pitch from Brady and just broke outside and had plenty of running room.
Acton fans are really going to enjoy Jay Close's running. He's very deceptive. He has great speed, but he doesn't always use it. What he does is he uses it to deceive the other team. When he's chopping along there, it looks as though he can't move any faster until he just decides he wants to, and then he jutes you and turns the speed on. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Mahaney and Kenny in the backfield in the eye. Mahaney the tailback, Kenny the fullback. Double tight end. It's a reverse to Jay Close. He's got room on the left side. Out of bounds at the 3-yard line. The referee spots him. Poor spot. They'll put him down at the 5. It'll be close. Boy, Jay Close, when he gets around that corner, he really takes off.
Yeah, the Red Raiders were lucky to catch him there, and in fact, if they hadn't made a pretty nice play, he'd had 6 points there. I'm sure that is just a matter of time, but he ran a whole long, or crossed a whole lot of real estate to get over there too, and he was on his way, but he got caught by a nice play.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Colonials on the 5-yard line. I formation, Close in motion. Give us to Mahaney. Touchdown, Acton Boxborough. Chris Mahaney over the right side of the line. Great blocking up front by the Acton Boxborough offensive lineman.
Chris Mahaney ran like a tank that time. There was no stopping him. He was gone. He can really run with power. I've admired the way he can throw himself into the opposing players, and in that case, just hurtle himself into the air. He was all by himself when he crossed that line, up in the air.
So after a 5-yard touchdown by Chris Mahaney, Acton's going to go for 2 to try to tie up this score. Brady's back to pass. Ooh. Incomplete to Andy Butler in the end zone. So with 9 seconds left, the score is North Quincy 21, Acton Boxborough. Acton Boxborough kicking off again, Michael Dean. Another big boot. He's got 1.5 feet. Fumble. The ball's on the 10-yard line. North Quincy picks it up. He's got running room up the middle. Tackle is made by number 10, Mike Kinnick. Number 32, Dave D'Ambrosio, in on the tackle also, throwing a lick in there.
Dick, you got to admire our kicking game. Those punts and those kickoffs have been excellent. They're deep and they're really well done. I'm very impressed with what we're doing this year.
North Quincy have the ball at their own 27-yard line. Double tight end, one back formation for the Red Raiders. Higgins going to give the ball right up the middle. Chris Price got a hold on him. He got free. Sammy Martin and Jason Hood finally bring him down at about the 31-yard line, so a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
I would say that the younger players would do very well to watch Sam Martin tackle. He grabs those guys around the ankles and they just do not get away.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 with 30 seconds left remaining in the third quarter. Again, the double tight end, one back formation. Higgins is going to pitch. They're going to run to their left. Chris Price was there. Adam Kenny was there. It's going to be close to the first down.
Now this game is really flying by, and I think it's partly because it's such a cleanly played game. Been that many penalties, and the players are taking risk and doing skilled things, and so it's really moving along and a very enjoyable game to watch.
It's a tribute to both coaches. Such a well-played game in the opening game of the season. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, and we'll be right back. All right, to start the fourth quarter, North Quincy has the ball on their own 37-yard line. They're staying with that double tight end, one back offense. Wide receiver split to both sides. Liam Higgins calling the signals. He's going to hand off right to the left side. Big gain. Gain of about 9 yards on the play. Chris O'Brien and Chris Price on the tackle for the Acton Boxborough Colonials.
It's nice when they gang tackle like that, when they join each other and hit him high and low, or make sure that he knows that he's been stopped. That's a good defensive tactic, and eventually, as the game goes on, the boys that run the ball remember that.
A gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 45-yard line. Handoff. Nice play by the Acton Boxborough defensive line, specifically Adam Kenny and Sam Martin, the two inside backers.
Again, you have to really credit the Acton Boxborough linemen who stayed home. They didn't take the fake. They waited, and they were in the right place at the right time.
We have some third quarter statistics for you. The time of possession, Acton Boxborough and North Quincy just about even, 4.5 minutes. That's at North Quincy. Yards gained, Acton 68 and North Quincy 74, so it's still an even battle. It's going to be a pitch to the left side. Ooh! Chris O'Brien and Chris Mahaney with a big defensive play on first down for Acton. Big defensive play. No gain, possible loss.
You know, Dick, as this game goes along, you have the feeling that Acton Boxborough is controlling the game and taking the game to the Red Raiders. They've certainly given them some miscues and opportunities, and to their credit, the Red Raiders have taken advantage of them. But you got to give the Acton team credit. We're setting the pace here, and they're really doing a good job.
The defense is really holding the fort right now. 2nd and 10, no gain on the last play. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game. Higgins is going to pass. He's back. Ooh, almost picked off by Chris Price down the middle. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Red Raiders of North Quincy. They're faced 3rd and long. Big conversion here if they get it.
We're starting to get to an important point in the game from a time point of view, too. There's still 8 minutes left, but that's not a lot of time, and we're not going to have that many more possessions. So this is a time to hopefully make a stand.
Chris Price, the big 6'2", 210 linebacker, dropping back deep for defensive coverage on that play. So here we go, 3rd and 10 from the 46-yard line, 47-yard line for North Quincy. Higgins is back to pass. He's got the time. Incomplete pass. Great coverage by Jason Brady on the play. So Acton Boxborough is going to get the ball. Great coverage by Brady.
What it looked to me like, Dick, is that Brady got in front of his man. His man couldn't see the quarterback, and he couldn't get into position where he would be, where he should have been. So I think he, not only was covering him, but he was in the right position. So he confused the receiver.
Higgins will punt for the Red Raiders, and Jason Brady's back to receive the punt for Acton Boxborough. Chris O'Brien about 20 yards in front of him. Higgins lets go of a boot. Ball lands at the 25-yard line. Brady's going to pick it up at his own 20 and down the ball at about the 18. So the Colonial offense marches onto the field.
That was good strategy, too, on the part of the Red Raiders. They've got the ball now down deep into Acton Boxborough territory, so it's going to be more difficult for us to get the ball rolling.
Seth Jacoby, Ken Canfield, Sam Martin, Ryan Messina, Paul Sweeney, the offensive line for Acton, doing a heck of a job up front. So the Colonials with the ball at their own 19 will have a 1st and 10. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the game. Still plenty of time, but you'd like to see him put some points on the board, down by 2. I formation, Close in the tailback. Jason Hood is the fullback. The pitch is to Close, around the right side. Oh, he breaks it! Jay Close, very elusive tailback. He gets the ball out to the 25-yard line. A gain of about 6 on the play.
You got to like the way Jay picks his holes and just picks his way through the opposing players. Watches his blockers, sees which way they're going, and then he picks a spot and goes. He darts.
2nd down and 4 for Acton Boxborough.
It'd be nice if we could hold on to the ball for a while here and drive right down the field, chew up some time, and have the opportunity to do some things here.
Mahaney and Kenny in the backfield for the Colonials. Brady's going to pass it. He's pressured. Oh, he's going to be sacked. Back to about the 16-yard line. That one hurts. The referee spotted the ball on the 20-yard line, so Acton will have a 3rd and long situation here. Chris O'Brien replaces Adam Kenny in the Acton Boxborough backfield.
One of the good things that's been happening, Acton's been putting in fresh troops throughout the game, and I think that's going to be a telling factor here as we go through the balance of this 4th quarter. The Red Raiders haven't made nearly the substitutions, and perhaps they'll be a little bit more tired.
Trey Gullidge and Andy Butler, I'm sorry, are far to the right. Brady's going to give the ball off to Close up the middle. He got about 2 yards before he got tackled, so Acton's going to have to punt it away with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. Brady's back to kick for Acton. After no punts in the first 3 quarters, we've had quite a few of them here so far. Uh-oh, he got off, shanked it to the right. It'll go out of bounds about the Acton 46-yard line. So North Quincy with a great opportunity to put some more points on the board and extend their lead. Here comes North Quincy, 1st and 10 from the Acton 47-yard line. This is a huge defensive stand for the Colonials. They really have to come up big here. Higgins calls out the signals. They're going right up the middle with it. Chris O'Brien with a big tackle. A gain of maybe a half a yard for North Quincy.
Still running.
A little less than 5 minutes left. The clock is now becoming a factor in the game. Well, it'll be 2nd and a long 8. Liam Higgins and the Red Raiders come up to the line of scrimmage. And again, they run over to the right side. Chris O'Brien misses a tackle in the backfield. Sam Martin finally brings him down at about the 40-yard line. A gain of about 5 on the play. A couple of missed tackles by the Colonials. It'll be 3rd and about 4. This is a big 3rd down right here.
Yeah, this really is important. We've got to hold them here because the clock is continually running down, and we really have to stop them.
So here we are, 3rd down, 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. And they're going to keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down and more. Trey Gullich finally brings him down with a little help from Armando Ramos and Jason Brady at about the Acton Boxborough 25-yard line. Now that one looks like it's coming back. Penalty against the Red Raiders is going to bring that play back. A lucky break for the Colonials. That was really big. that could have saved Acton right there. The clock is running again. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 yards. 5-yard penalty against the Red Raiders. On the Acton 45-yard line. You hate to give up this 1st down. Three wide receivers to the right for the Red Raiders. Higgins is back to pass. Incomplete. Higgins got popped by Armando Ramos as soon as he released the ball.
That was one of the first times that we really put pressure on him, though, Dick, and I think that it might make a big difference, especially right now when they're a little bit more tired. It's a little harder for the receivers to get loose, and when you make them think about it like that, you know, you really got a chance to make them make mistakes.
So with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game and Acton down by 2, they're going to get a chance to get the ball back here. North Quincy has to punt. Liam Higgins is back to punt. They're kicking from the Acton 45-yard line. A good snap and a big high kick. Brady fields the ball at about his 14-yard line. He calls for a fair catch. So with 2:57 left in the game, Acton's got the ball at their own 15-yard line, and the clock is definitely going to be a factor in this drive.
Yeah, it seems to me we've been back here before. This is the way we have to go. We're going to have to do it, though. We're going to have to drive the length of the field. That's the mission.
Chris Mahaney and Jason Hood are the running backs. You have two wide receivers, Gullidge and Butler, to the right. They're going to give it to Mahaney. He's got room. Chris Mahaney out to about the 22-yard line.
That was Bull Mahaney in his finest form. He makes his yardage and he gets the extra 2 or 3 every time he gets that opportunity, and it's all heart.
Chris Walsh comes into the game for Craig Gothy at tight end. Again, the two wide receivers far to the right. Hood and Mahaney in the backfield. Brady's going to pass. Oh, he's just sacked. 12-yard line. Untouched, and flags are now down. Could be a personal foul against the Colonials. Brady's down. Slow to get up. He's limping. The pediatrics are on. Jason Brady's down on the field. He took a pop on that. And a late hit at that. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. Not much time left. Acton's deep in their own end here. It's going to be a 3rd and long situation for them. Things aren't really looking so good right now.
Well, you know, this is one of those situations where you really have to protect your quarterback, and unfortunately, Jason Brady is so versatile and so loose that he can move around, and so as a result, he puts himself in extremis sometimes just because of his versatility.
Jason Brady's still down. They got Acton Boxborough quarterbacks warming up on the sidelines. We'll be right back. All right. Jason Brady's back up on his feet. Thank God for that. It's 3rd and 18 for Acton. They have the ball on their own 7-yard line. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left, and down by 2.
I think this is what the Navy calls in extremis stick.
Gullidge and Butler far to the right. Mahaney and Hood in the backfield. Brady's back to pass. He's going to run it. They were waiting for him. Yard, if that. 2 minutes left in the game. Clock running. Fourth down, no gain. 4th and 18. Fourth and 18, the Colonials are going for it with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Only 2 wide receivers out to the right. I formation backfield. Brady's back to pass. He's going to go long and complete. He got hit when he threw it. He didn't get it off. So with 1 minute and 19 seconds left, Acton Boxborough turns the ball over on their own 7-yard line.
Well, you have to give the Red Raiders credit. They held on to this this ball. They've kept us in a pocket here for most of this quarter, and with our backs to the wall, we haven't been able to loosen up or get the opportunities to gain the extra yardage we would need to break out of this area. So you got to give them some credit, and here they are lining up. Hopefully, we can hold them here.
Two tight ends, 3 backs for North Quincy. And they're just going to keep it on the ground. Run the clock out. No gain on the play. Big gang tackle for Acton, and they call a quick timeout. So with Acton calling a timeout with 1 minute and 11 seconds left, we'll be right back. Okay, the Red Raiders with the 2nd and 8. All they have to do is keep the ball on the ground, and this one's just about over. They have the ball on the Acton 7-yard line. Actually, probably it has to be the 8. 2nd and goal from the 8. We had North Quincy calling a timeout. So we will be right back. Try it one more time. I formation backfield for the Red Raiders of North Quincy. Higgins gives the ball to his tailback, flags all over the place. It's going to be motion against the North Quincy. And this last minute's going to take about 20 to finish up.
You know, that nervousness is often a case of an early game, and they're not into their groove yet. And so they're all just jumping a bit, and some of those nervousness mistakes are the things that make these games, or are telltale for these games.
Okay, for the 4th time, we're going to try 2nd down, 2nd and 13 for the Red Raiders. Double tights. They'll give us to the tailback. A loss of yards. Acton calls a quick timeout. Adam Kenny with the initial hit. Sammy Martin finished him off. So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 13 or 3rd and 14 for the Red Raiders with 1 minute left.
You know, Dick, this team is so exciting that even with only 1 minute left, there's no reason why this couldn't turn completely around. These players are skilled and they can do the job, and they proved that in the first half when they scored with only 1 minute and 3 seconds to go 70 yards. So as soon as they get their hands on this ball, this could be a real turnaround.
Colonial Marching Band trying to give the Colonials a little helping hand here. So North Quincy with a 2-point lead with 1 minute left. 3rd and long. Acton still has a chance to get the ball back here. High formation. Higgins is going to pass. Oh. Incomplete pass. Adam Kenny with some huge pressure. 54 seconds left. The clock is stopped because of the incomplete pass. A great rush by Adam Kenny. So we have 4th and 13 with 54 seconds left. That was a big play with the clock stopping. Only 6 seconds ticked off. Higgins got hit as soon as he released the ball. So we'll try it again. 54 seconds left. Acton Boxborough down by 2. North Quincy 4th and long. They're going to run it up the middle. He's not going to get the first down. Acton Boxborough is going to get the ball back on their 11 or 12 yard line here. 49 seconds left. Colonial defense holding strong.
Lions got to give him time to throw. Now, we used 2 there. Let's say we had 1. We used 1 to be able to.
So Acton has a little life. 49 seconds left. They got a long way to go. About 88 yards to be exact. Craig Gothy and Andy Butler, I'm sorry, come wide to the right. I formation backfield. Brady's going to come back to pass. He's got time. Uh-oh. Brady's going to go down on his own 12. There's 40 seconds left in the game. Jason Brady had some ample time back there. He just couldn't find an open receiver. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Acton. Michael Dean's coming into the game. He's a big target. He replaces Craig Gothy at tight end. Nickel defense for the Red Raiders of North Quincy. Wide receiver split to each side. Brady's back to pass. Picked off at the 35-yard line. That one's going to be returned to about the 3 penalty flags all over the place. He had 2 receivers in the general area of the pass, but the North Quincy D-back just stepped right up and took off with that ball. Still 30 seconds left in the game. The referee is going to put the ball at the 29-yard line of Acton. North Quincy's going to probably just run out the clock here and seal this one up. So with the ball on the 29-yard line of Acton, North Quincy lines up. Well, this game's just about over here. We had a beautiful night for a football game. Acton's going to end up on the losing end, 21-19, but a couple of positive things. Jay Close had a great coming out party.
Yes,
the offense, obviously they can move the ball.
Yeah, I think, Dick, what we'd have to say is that this was a great first game for both teams. There were some miscues, and that's what happens the first time out of the box here when you start a new season. And the timing and things like that are not all great. Unfortunately, Acton made a few more mistakes than the Red Raiders did, and to the Red Raiders' credit, they took advantage. So you'd have to say that it was an excellent game, really, considering the first game of the season. And both teams played really well.
Very exciting game from start to finish.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of aggressiveness in this Acton team, and there also was obviously on the Red Raider team as well. The players played a great game, and they can be proud of this one. I think that the coaches will find a lot of nice things when they take a look at the films.
Okay, final score is 21-19 from up in the press box here at North Quincy, the War Memorial. We'll see you next week in Acton Boxborough for Dick Hayes, Mr. O'Brien, his son, Mr. Joe D'Ambrosio. We'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot, Dick.